What I should have. Uh, no. What is
Add to the stage. Okay, 1 second. Full screen. Check, 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 check. So it's very, very important to make sure the YouTube's working. Second, full screen. All right, let me just say that again. What's good, people? It's currently 6 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. Monday, the 5th of February 2024. First The Game episode of February 2024. Welcome to another episode of The Game presented by Blockchain Sensei, a free weekly webinar covering everything stocks, crypto, reports. We got you. The best. We're the best. Okay, so to get to our free weekly webinars, we don't stream once, twice. We don't stream twice. We stream
3 times.
Well, tell them.
3 times per week.
3 times per week. I when do they stream 3 times per week, brethren?
3 times. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays.
Well, Mondays, Fridays,
Fridays
and Sundays. Wednesdays is the in-person event. Come on, create tech. If you know, you know. If you're based in Manchester, follow Shuriken Sounds, our subsidiary. Yeah, so Mondays, Fridays, Sundays, 8 p.m. plus. Follow blockchain.sensei on IG, and then you'll find all the information there. Click the link in our bio. For everything and most things blockchain sensei, you go to superjoy.com/blockchain sensei, where you will find all the links that you want and need. You got the free Zoom, Mondays, Fridays, Sundays, 8 p.m. plus UK time. Bam. Free Telegram. Bam. For people that don't have Telegram, we still got WhatsApp. Bam. Right? Free AI consultation with Keish. Bam. Get to the website. It's right there. All right. 300 episodes out now on YouTube, and they can also subscribe to our subscription service where you can talk to me and Jane most days. We do calls every Monday, Friday, Sunday after the webinar. The reason why you should come to these free webinars is because sometimes we bust you the link. Today, if I'm feeling generous, I'll give everyone the free link. I mean, not the free link, the should be paid for link to the dojo call happening every Monday, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. after the game. So, on this episode, the GOAT, Mr. Harding, we'll be talking about stock market sectors. Before I get into the disclaimer, are you there, Mr. Harding? Are okay, sir. Would you like to do the disclaimer yourself, or would you like to go back to back? Would you like to go back to back with Calm? Who you want to spit it with? You want to spit solo? Yeah, no,
So
no.
me read it.
Yeah. Go on, start from the bottom.
You will be. Please do your own research. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. All right.
Risk. Research. King Kari, are you a financial advisor?
No. 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 Yeah. Stop it. No.
No, sir.
Yeah, I'm not. It's definitely not. Just a, because yeah. However, yeah, yeah. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. If you are able to mitigate your risk, please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah,
mm,
Cool.
mm.
So, what are we doing today? What am I covering today? I'm actually
Starting
going to
off
be doing one of
this.
them sessions. One of them sessions, yeah, that's actually normally saved for paid students. Every now and again, I go to the locker and I go, you know what? I haven't taught this publicly in a long, 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 long time. Now, what makes me do these ones is when I realize I'm overseasoned and I presume that people know these things. And then I realize, bro, people don't know these things, you know?
yeah.
Let me just tell people some of these basics that you like. This should be taught in primary school, in my opinion, or at least in secondary school in maths or or something. Because this what I'm about to teach is literally what makes the world go round. Literally. So we're gonna break this down into several pieces. But what we're gonna have to understand first is we're gonna go to the very, very basics. And I'm gonna tell you about a little old company called BlackRock. Once upon a time,
A little old company, yeah. So,
a little old company based in 1980 something. So it's not even that old, like 30 years old. There was a gang, and he had some homies, and they were like, yo, have you have done? So let's just bring up Google and show you who Vanguard are, and then it will give context to everything. So Vanguard was created by what most people deem as one of the greatest please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Can I share screen?
Oh, my bad, my bad,
Oh, can you
homie.
hear
No.
me?
Yeah,
Was it
yeah, yeah,
jumping?
yeah.
Yo, yo,
How
yo.
how rude of me not to make you
Uh,
co-host, brother.
oh yeah, it is. It's delayed. It's lagged.
You are now co-host.
Yeah, cool. So let me go now. Bless up. So there's a company called Vanguard, right? And it was created by a guy called John C. Bogle. Now, people regard him as the genius, one of the greatest people of all time in investing. Kind of, you know, sometimes in life, even if you don't like someone, you just got to clap because this guy created a company that has now got 7.7 in assets under management. So you might want to hate on a guy, but you can't really hate the guy. Now, he started this company in 1975. And what did he do that revolutionized the entire investing world? He said, what if instead of just people just investing willy-nilly, what if we gave them a basket of stocks to invest in? What if we said we got the top 500 companies in America and put them in a basket for people? What if we got all the companies that are in energy and put them in a basket for people? What if we got all the companies that were in like energy or I don't know, automotive and just put them in a basket for people? And that was it. That was it. That's what he did. It's as simple as that. It's not revolutionary. It's not rocket science. That's what he did, and that's what got him 7.2 trillion of assets under management. So some people may say that he's not. a trillionaire. But I would say if you are the CEO and or the founder and your company manages those assets, I would say if you're managing them, then they basically belong to you, in my opinion. Now, that is what inspired these guys that created a company called BlackRock. Now, bear in mind, BlackRock started like almost 15 years after. Oh, someone do the maths. 1970. 19 1975 to 1988. What was that?
13 years.
So a whole 13 years later, BlackRock decided to do exactly what Vanguard did. But what they decided to do is give more unique offerings. So they created a company called BlackRock, and their baskets were called the iShares. And what does the iShares do? They just went hella specific. So you could do things like you could invest in the Chinese energy market, or you could invest in the Malaysian wheat market. So they just basically put every little category under the sun into baskets and made people be able to invest in them. And that is why they now have 9.42 trillion of assets under management. That works out to be 900 and 9,400 billion, just to give context. So what's interesting is a lot of the time we presume people know about these baskets. Now, just to give context, again, because context is king, we're going to go and look at one of Vanguard's biggest baskets. And this isn't their whole basket. This is just one of their baskets. Just one, right? And this one basket, when we look at it, when we scroll down, holds 3,687 stocks, right? And the average market cap of those stocks is 149 billion, and the average growth is 17%. No, average return on equity is 22%, but the total value of this entire basket is $1.5 trillion. So that's $1,500 billion worth of stocks. So what people don't realize is if this goes up, so let's say, for example, it went from 1 trillion to 2 trillion, do we think that if BlackRock and all the people that they're managing the funds for and Vanguard, and you'll see why I said BlackRock as well in a second, do we think that this would probably be a sell sign? So if you doubled your money from 1 to 2 trillion, would you probably tell people to take profit? Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
if they take profit, 3,687 stocks, what is going to happen to the market?
It's gonna
Type
time.
in chat if you think you know. It's gonna tank. Now, this is one of the reasons why the markets move that people don't understand when they're traders. When people just focus on trading, they focus on just the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute time frame. But if you understand this, you understand how everything moves because you understand, okay, well, if these 3,687 stock 1.5 trillion go down, or somebody wants to take profit because they've made loads of gains, then the market's probably going to move down a little. So you're probably wondering why I said BlackRock as well. So which companies do we think are invested in this basket? Well, wouldn't it be surprising if, when we look at this, let's see who the biggest holders are and how much they own of it. So we go to VTI and Whale Wisdom. And remember, on Whale Wisdom, you can type in any stock and you can see who owns the majority of it. So here we go, Whale Wisdom. And then we're going to go to the market value. See who's got the most amount. What's quite interesting is okay. That's interesting. I didn't know they had the most. The most of the VTI is actually owned by Apple, which is very interesting. They actually own. Wow, that's interesting. 79 billion is how much Apple have got in the VTI. That's very interesting. Hang on a minute. That's that I was not expecting. Okay, fair enough. Okay. And then let's go to the next bit. How much of the portfolio is that? Yep, 6%. So the most is so let's now to a just to prove my point on this this thing. So we have something called the BlackRock blockchain ETF. So I'll type in blockchain. Would help if I spell it correctly. So we've got all these previous ETFs, right? Right. They'll go in the Global X Blockchain ETF. That's just one of them. And does anyone want to take a guess who's got the most of this?
Grayscale.
You're gonna go Grayscale? I'm gonna go BlackRock and Vanguard. And let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that.
Percentage of portfolio. Okay, again, wrong here. I wasn't expecting this. It's actually Coinbase and Marathon Digital. Okay. Interesting. Wait, hang on a minute. I don't think this is right. I don't think I'm looking at this right. This is mad. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so then let's see what happens if we look at what's one of the mining companies, Riot Blockchain. They've been around for a while, and I think we should prove this on here before.
Yeah, well, that's Core Scientific.
Yeah, so we'll do that one. So Riot, here we go. Ownership. And there we go. Look who owns the majority of Riot Blockchain. Look what year they first got in. 2007. Now,
wait, there was a company called Riot Blockchain in 2007.
Yeah.
No way. Well,
Yeah.
what the hell were they doing in 2007? Bitcoin came out in 2009.
Well, there we go.
So this is
You know when the math is mathing?
wow, sounding like. Oh no, I don't want to say that for a public webinar. Say that for a public session.
You know when the math is just not mathing? You know, this super decentralized thing. But yeah. So that's an example of how you can look into things inside baskets. Well, what we're going to carry on doing is we're going to carry on looking at the sectors. So the VTI is made up of these sectors: basic materials, which is basic materials that you need to make things like aluminium, copper, etc., etc. Then you've got consumer discretionary. Does anybody want to take a guess in the chat what they think consumer discretionary is? Any ideas? No. So the next one is consumer staples. So what do you think consumer staples is? And that might give you a clue to what consumer discretionary is. So think of staples. Staples means it's a staple part of your lifestyle. So consumer staples is things that are essential that you need. So this is like your toiletries, because no matter what, people need their toiletries.
What?
Can we agree?
Shall I say it?
Yeah, go say it.
Yeah, so
Like
consumer
powder.
discretionary will be like recreational things that we do. And
Yes. Yeah. So consumer discretionary is things that people have just really don't need. So that's things like a Mercedes Benz, a Louis Vuitton, a Rolex, stuff like that. Yeah. So then we've got energy. We already know what that is. Then we've got financials, which we already know what that is. Then we've got healthcare, industrials, real estate, technology, telecommunications, and utilities. So these are the different sectors that make up not just this basket, but they make up the whole market in general. So let's do some slight maths here, right? So if the VTI is worth, how much do you say it's worth? 1.5 trillion, and financials make up 10% of that. How much is this worth? The financials part, just the financials part of this one basket. Anyone know the maths? 10% of 1.5 trillion.
Wait. 10% of 1.5 trillion is wait, 10% of 1.5 is 150 billion.
Yep, 150 billion. Just 10% of the portfolio. So now let's do some further maths. If this stock, this basket goes down by 10% and 150 billion gets wiped off this basket and goes to cash, that would also mean 10% would get wiped off the 150 billion, which would be 15 billion in cash just from the financial companies, which would mean 15 billion would come out of the financial markets. Now, if 15 billion comes out of the financial markets, what's probably going to happen to the financial markets?
Well, 15 billion is not that much money. That's what I'm saying.
It's true, but if it comes out in a very short period of time,
It could cause
Yeah,
a
it was spark.
it's going to cause a ripple effect. Exactly. So, one of the things you can do to kind of see what's going to happen next is if you follow these sectors and see what they're doing, you can kind of see what's going to happen next to the entire space. Because let's say, for example, technology, right? If technology is all the way up and it's at the RSI is doing a Mazda at like 80 and it's been at all-time highs for like 6 months, right? And it makes up 30% of this major index, this major basket, and then it comes down, what's going to happen? It's going to affect the whole basket because it makes up too much of the basket. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let's go to TradingView and have a look at some of these baskets. So let's go over here. My super long-term NVIDIA technical analysis from 2020 that has proven to be quite profitable. I remember when people were telling me, NVIDIA, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. I was like, all right, we'll see. We will see. Okay, so the sectors. Here are the sectors. We have XLK, which stands for, and you might want to write these down, people, if you're a newbie. You're basically getting a free premium lesson here. XLK is technology. All right. XLE, what do we think that is? Let me just hide it a second. Oh, no, I can't hide it. Well,
You're not sharing. You're currently not sharing the charts, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. What do we whilst I'm doing that, what do we think XLE stands for? What would E stand for? Type in chat if you know what the E would stand for. And then I'll share my screen to see if anybody's guessed it. If XLF is financials, what would XLE be? Come on, someone must have an answer for me in the chat.
Yay! There you go. Dublin.
Yay, there we go. Energy. Exactly that. Energy. So XLE is energy. XLY is consumer discretionary, as we said, things that people don't really need. Then we've got XLF, and then which is the financials. XLC, which is communications. XLI, which is industrials. If you're trying to write these down, let me know and I'll slow down or I'll go back. XLRE is the real estate sector. XLU is utilities. XLV is healthcare. XLB is materials. and XLP is consumer staples. And then we've got some additional ones that I like to look at, which is SMH, which is semiconductors and microchips, cyber, which is cybersecurity, and TAN, which is solar. But first, we're going to just stick here for now. So, what we want to do, which we want to start thinking like institutions. So, an institution isn't going to be looking on the minute time frame. They're going to be looking on the monthly time frame, or even better, the 3-month time frame. Why do we think they might be looking at the 3-month time frame? Does anybody have any ideas? What happens every 3 months?
I know, but I want to see if someone else knows. But if no one else knows, I'm gonna say it.
It's something that we cover
Come on, they must know.
every
The Q, guys, begins with a Q.
way.
Come on.
Reports.
Way.
Go on, the Beb. So
Come on,
every
killing it.
quarter there is reports from these companies. Now, guess what ends up happening? Every one of these sectors has to also do an earnings report because it's a basket that people can invest in. So they have to report how it's been performing. So, what do we think happens after certain time periods? There's going to be movement. So, what we do as an institution and thinking like an institutional investor, we would want to zoom out and look on the quarter, do technical analysis on the quarterly candles. Now, this is me giving you crazy alpha here, because if something's set to go down on the quarterly candles, is it pretty likely that it's going to go down on the daily candle?
Yeah.
Yep. If you're looking for a great entry and it looks like a great entry on the quarterly candles, is it probably a good entry on the hourly or the daily entry?
Overall, yeah, overall.
Overall, probably, yeah.
Within the
Now,
quarter.
yep. So now let's go to a sector that we think might affect other things. So the
Wait.
one
Actually, you know, it's quite funny because you said if it's a good entry on the 3 months, do you think it's a good entry on the hour? Well, by that definition, if it's a good entry on the 3 months overall, it's always a good entry on the hour.
yes, that's the exact answer I wanted.
Yeah.
That's the exact answer. Because that way you are going with the momentum, you are going with the overall macro institutional direction rather than trying to go against it. Now, if you're trying to go against what the institutions are trying to do, it's very likely you're going to get hurt. Very, very likely. And I'd probably not recommend to try and take on institutions because they can see all your trades, they can see all your order flow, they can see everything. So probably not a good idea. Probably just good to swim along with them. So a sector that affects other sectors out of all of them. Okay, this is a bit more of a tougher question. So out of all of these sectors, financials, materials, energy, utilities, real estate, consumer discretionary, which one of these sectors do we think has the ability to affect others the most? Think geopolitically. Think like you're running a country and you've got a business to run that is a giant country. If it misses one of these things, starts getting expensive, then it causes problems. And think back to lockdown and think of this recent war in Russia. What has that affected? Type in chat if you know. I'll give you a clue. It was the previous answer. Well, one of them. Oh, close. Technology, close. It's actually energy. Now, the reason why energy is because if the price of energy goes up, it affects absolutely everything. Because if the price of energy goes up, that means the price of oil's gone up. If the price of oil's gone up, then that means the price of plastic's gone up. Look around your room and count how many things are not plastic versus how many things are plastic. If you're wearing a polyester t-shirt, you're wearing plastic. Your food probably came in plastic. Your food probably got transported to you in plastic. Your toothbrush is plastic. Your washing up liquid is plastic. It comes in a plastic container. Your laptop has plastic. Everything has plastic, which comes from oil. So if oil is affected and energy is affected, everything's affected. So that's just the consumer side of it. Consumer discretionary or consumer staples are all affected by it, right? And then the other thing that's affected is transport. So all the materials are affected because guess what? It gets harder to transport the materials because the price of energy and oil's gone up. And then that means materials are affected. That means real estate's affected. That means utilities are affected. So do we see how energy, if that changes, affects everything? Hopefully that's making sense. Cool. So let's have a look, see at energy and see where we're at the moment. So what you would do is you would just look at the 3-month candles and you would just do basic technical analysis on the 3-month candles. And as we can see here, is I've done a little bit of TA here from a while back, and it said July Bitcoin announcement, tech and crypto takeoff. So let's see if that has played out or is going to continue playing out. But anyway, we can see here a bit of a support line. Now, bear in mind, this isn't a support line on the monthly time frame. This is a support line on quarterly candles. That is very, 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 very specific. So let's take a closer look at it. As you can see here. So when we think that this is going to go down on the energy sector, so again, let's reverse engineer, right? So we can see that energy got all the way down here to some crazy lows of 23 from highs of 100. So if energy got down to 23 from highs of 100 and the RSI was all the way down at, what was this down at? 23, was it very likely that energy was going to shoot up in 2020?
Of course.
Regardless. Of course it was. And therefore, if energy shot up, what was it likely to do? It was likely to be a pullback on the markets at some point sooner or later. So what ended up happening? Exactly that ended up happening. So and then we've got the reverse happening here. So what would you do? This is now where you'd be really smart. And you'd go, okay, in the macro, if energy is going to go up or down, let's go and look what the main things are in that sector. And how would you do that? You would literally do something really simple. You would either go on ChatGPT or you would go on Google and you just simply type in XLE main holds. So here we go. What are the holdings of XLE?
Right now, bro.
Is that hard to do?
I don't think sharing screen here.
Oh. There we go. You see it now? Boom. So in energy, we can see the main holdings. It's crazy. All right. So then let's go to XLF. XLF main holds. And then what you want to do if you want to get more detail, you can probably just click on any of these and they will tell you what's the main holdings in it. So we'll go on this one on Market Watch, for example. And here we go. And again, it gives you the breakdown. Berkshire Hathaway, 12% of the entire of the main financial basket. So let's say financials are looking bad and looking like they're going to pull back. Where could you find some decent trades to short the market if financials were looking like they were going to pull back? Oh yeah, you would short Berkshire Hathaway, you would short JP Morgan, and you would short Visa.
Sorry, Buffett. R.I.P. Mumba.
As well as, and you know what's great about this?
Why?
You could actually short all three at the same time. So you could short the VTI, you could short XLF, and you could short Berkshire Hathaway at the same time.
But of course, it's not financial advice.
Not financial advice. I'm just saying that some people.
Oh, I mean, you got you know what I mean? Can do anything you want.
No, we never give financial advice. It could never be. It could never be.
No.
Mr. Ali just saying that if he was to do something, he would most likely short than long. But you can long if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do what you want, peeps.
Telling you to short.
Do what you want. If you want to go long all the time, go long. Right. So that's the sectors a little bit broken down there, yeah? So one of the sectors that we obviously need to pay attention to, because right now it's absolutely booming, is we probably recently saw Amazon do this crazy gap up. Probably recently saw Meta do a crazy gap up. And we've probably seen Nvidia do a crazy run. What sector do we think they are in? Type in chat.
Technology.
Hey, yo. I'm tired of talking technology.
You know the egg, you know that tune.
That's a big tune. So let's go and look at the technology sector. Where is it gone?
Let's have a look. Let's have a gander. Snapchat stocks been ripping, man.
Okay, cool. So let me get rid of all this TA and make it nice and easy for everybody.
You still on Market Watch, mate?
Am I?
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder. My bad. Okay, let's get rid of all this. Need this.
Yeah, they said yeah.
Don't need this. We'll keep. No, we won't. We'll get rid of the gaps. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Thank you. Massive thank you to TradingView for making this episode possible. If you are looking to get your first month free with TradingView, let us know. We've got a referral code, and TradingView are happy to do that. If you're interested in that referral code, just type TradingView in chat, and we will send that to you. Okay,
Wait,
cool. So this is
the
say that again.
personally. Is that true?
Say that again.
Are we obliged by TradingView to only give the discount code out personally? Like we can't just say it now. Can I just say what it is?
No, you can.
All right. Well, why don't you just say what it is then?
It's somewhere on the Twitter.
No, you didn't know.
Somewhere on the Twitter. You have to go.
We'll come back.
Go trolling through our Twitter, and you'll find extra value as well as that value. For the hungry one.
That's so feeling doubled up.
Now, do you know what? We're the kind of dons here that like we're not overly into sales and marketing. You know what I mean? It's just like it's not supposed to be too easy to get into blockchain Sensei. We kind of understand that now. I used to live in the world where I wanted 50 people to come to the game, and now I'm like, you know what?
Nah,
Has to come.
it's not for everybody.
It's not for everyone.
Not everybody wants to know how in a recession you should actually try and make money or where the money is. Not everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Most people just want to complain about it. Whereas what we're doing here is showing you how to make money in a recession.
Yeah.
So
You can't help
Mhm.
but it's a recession.
remember, recessions aren't happening anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so sorry, I'm stuffing my face. Let's go to these monthly candles.
Let's go.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but you tell me. Yeah,
That's a bit change.
considering this is monthly candles, let's go 3-month candles as well. Let's go back to monthly. I don't know, but you tell me, as basic trading, does this look like it's been on a bit of a bull run and it could potentially pull back?
It looks like it's gonna go down, 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 down.
So, if that's the case, you would want to know what are the top holdings in XLK, which is the tech sector. And what are they? Well, guess what? We've got them for you.
Yes. Easy.
Microsoft, Visa, MasterCard, Nvidia.
Is it Visa?
Visa is a weird one. Because I used to think that. But for some unknown reason, Visa manages to fit into multiple categories. So let's just double check it. Because remember,
Should a Visa's
Did
whole business model be ultra profit and low costs?
it should. But remember, if it's
No, they definitely have costs.
if people aren't using their cards as much because they're broke because of the recession, what's going to happen to Visa?
So, well,
going
you know, I've never compared Visa against Mastercard in terms of stocks and also earnings reports and stuff. I wonder
Yeah,
if you
Mastercard makes is just a little. I think Mastercard makes just a tiny bit less. Visa. Visa's got like the Western world. Mastercard's got like the East.
Yeah, you're right, because everyone in Indonesia says we prefer MasterCard. I'm like, why, bro?
The fees are a bit different. The fees are a bit less with MasterCard.
Different
So
types of
XLK holdings.
Only a tiny bit.
Okay, so yeah, the holdings have changed. Let's just double check. And remember, what you got to be careful of is multiple companies have these sectors. So it's not just State Street that have one of the XLKs. You also have Vanguard have one, and so do BlackRock. So you have to make sure that you're trading the right one. Oh. But in this case, the XLK, which is often very similar to the NASDAQ and the QQQ, because it's the top 100 stocks in tech. So if you can find yourself a cheeky short on this, then you probably got yourself a cheeky short elsewhere on the NASDAQ.
Cheeky.
And if the NASDAQ's been shorted, then you've probably got a cheeky short on the S&P because the NASDAQ makes up most of the S&P.
Yeah, but the NASDAQ short comes sweeter though. Like the thing is that I don't think, obviously it's not financial advice, but I don't see Sensical taking a short on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Just take one. And the NASDAQ short because the drop's going to be harder, in my opinion.
Yeah. So Microsoft is up 23%. Apple makes up 20%. Nvidia makes up 5%.
God damn.
So now you can see why these companies become $1 trillion companies really quick. Because
they take up the whole
43% of the money going into the tech sector investments is going straight into their bank account. Okay. So how does this relate to crypto? What people are thinking.
Not me.
No.
I didn't even think about it.
Sure. Sure you didn't.
How this relates is because when the markets dip and everything goes to cash, where does money go?
To the digital.
But we didn't show it the other day, but I think I showed this to students, but I'm going to show it here. Let's go and take a trip to China.
Let's go. Yeah. Mate, you still.
This is the Chinese index.
Stop, Michael.
What?
Guys, this is a treat. I don't think you understand. This episode is getting added into my favorites. The treat. I don't
Yeah,
think you
for real.
understand.
I don't think people, I don't think people,
People that lack a treat.
Now people even actually understand what I'm showing you. It's crazy.
So treat the people that treat. Give it some
So
serious.
look, let's just buy 3-month candles.
Miss Honey, you need to
Look.
share screen again. Look,
Is it breaking up?
you're not. Your screen's not changing.
This one was lagging a little bit.
There we go.
There we go.
Now, let's go back to the base, right? You have something called a resistance level, which acts as a ceiling. This is an area where the price struggles to get past, or that people have institutions might have marked out sell points.
So you dump on your
That
research.
would look exactly like what we're looking at right here. Now, it's funny that that would look exactly like this looks here, because this is also on. So some people might call it manipulation. Some people might just call it a damn good opportunity to short Chinese stocks if you saw it. Now, if the Chinese stocks are getting shorted, let's just think about this, right?
That's how BlackRock thinks.
So I want you to think about this. I want you to think like an institution again, right? If I'm a Chinese billionaire and I can see that the entire Chinese stock is being shorted and I'm now sitting in cash, where the hell can I put my money?
China.
Because I want to get it out of the country. I can't do it via my bank account. So what possible way could I get billions or millions of dollars out of China?
Through crypto?
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many Bitcoin you have? How many Bitcoin you have?
So
Well,
I'm not going to say too much on this anymore, but I hope this made
Wait,
a little bit.
can we just say, can we just say, like, I'll be the representative here because I'm Indonesian, you know what I mean? So let me represent. Listen, that's not, before someone says that's racist, we're referring to an individual person. Okay,
Yeah, we are.
always use that. He happens to be Chinese and always use that accent. How many Bitcoin you have?
It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke.
Got brought into the public that may be misread. So I'm going to do the disclaimer before somebody finds this for 7 years. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, tuition rate.
Yeah.
I can absolutely guarantee there is no racism in blockchain Sensei, and we welcome more racists.
you want more racist?
And that's
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Can I
Thank you
just
for that,
say,
Ninja.
this is the best you guys have ever done. This is the
No
best
way.
session I've ever seen. This is amazing.
You know why? Because this is the paid stuff.
Wisdom.
This is what we normally charge for.
Wisdom.
This is what we charge for. So if you've ever been interested in like what do blockchain Sensei actually teach, this is the kind of stuff that we teach. This is what you get. This is your money's worth. So, and again, you know how we do it, blockchain Sensei. We just shower you in value because we know most people ain't gonna do shit with it. So we might as well just give you all the game. So let's go shopping, guys. So on the right hand side, we've got even more baskets.
No, they don't. How do we got a basket called goats? Like, what's all that about? Did you make that one?
Oh, no,
It's
taken offline.
Greatest plays of all time.
So here we go. Boom, Bosch, institutional. Boom, Bosch. I don't know if that looks like a trend line on the 3-month, but it does to me. It does to me in gaming. Oh yes. So you might want to look at maybe some stocks in gaming, maybe. Then hack, which is cybersecurity. Does this look like it's about to get to all-time highs? Maybe. cybersecurity stocks might be important all of a sudden. Could that be? Maybe. Although there is a potential pullback here. Potential. Then we've got cyber, which
Personally, I would buy that. I would wait.
however, cloud computing, I don't know. With AI, is cloud computing going to be?
No, listen. I'm telling you, it's one of the biggest sectors, and I know for a fact, and that's all I can say.
So there we go. So look at that. I don't know if that looks like a trend line to you, but you know. So I'm going to do something very special for you guys, which I don't do often. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. I'm going to do a fib on the 3-month time frame just to see where this thing can go. And we're going to just leave it there. And then in like 4 years' time, we're going to come back and see what happened. So this is suggesting that we might get up to $47 or that the cloud computing space might double. That's basically what we're looking for. So let's see if the cloud computing space doubles in the next year to 2 years. Who would guess? Then we can see that iBuy, which is online retail, got absolutely smacked. So let's do some basic TA on this, right? Let's just whack in a very simple indicator like the Bollinger Band, if you remember how the Bollinger Band works, right? So let's look at this Bollinger Band. And remember, Bollinger Band works like a balloon. If it pops out of the band, then it's very likely that it's going to come down. If it hits the bottom of the band, then it's very likely that it's going to come up. So as we can see, what happened? Oh yeah, it popped out the Bollinger Band. So what was very likely that was going to happen? Not even on the monthly, not even on the weekly, but on the quarterly. Oh yeah, it pulled back. And how much did online retail pull back? Just 69%. Now, would this be an okay area for online retail? Well, I wonder if there's a support line on an institutional level. Oh yeah, there is. Look at that. Robotics. And here's one of my personal favorites that nobody knows about. This is the QAE index.
Why do so many gaps? What's going on?
Yeah, so as you can see, I've done a lot of my homework. I'm looking for these sectors. A lot. You know, global social media.
Global social media index. What the fuck?
Bro, I'm telling you, these men are taking the piss.
Wait, no. Please go back to the global social media one. Yeah, I can't get over this one. So this is a global social media ETF that's inside the Nasdaq. So it's an ETF inside an ETF.
Yeah.
Am I making this up?
Look at that 2020 spike.
So is this like, would the shares be basically Meta and Twitter? Can we just do the fundamentals on this?
What constitutes this ETF? Like, what's in it?
And is it an ETF inside an ETF? Like, we need to know, Mitari.
Let's go and have a look. So let's do what we need to do.
Get the information.
Informations. Okay, cool. So we are looking for the global X social media ETF holdings. Very, very simple. And here we go. So Pinterest is number 1, then Tencent, then Snap, then Spotify. So let's now go and look at those stocks and see if they got murked. Pinterest, Tencent, Snap, Spotify. So let's go back. Pinterest. Here we go. There's Pinterest. I don't know what's happened, but everyone's sound's gone. So yeah, Pinterest, did it get murked? Yeah, it did. Snap, did it get murked?
So just
Yeah, it did.
Just for the record, Mr. Harden, there's people cooking in the main living room. There's like 6 of us watching the game on a big TV, so I'm going to mute myself.
That's cool. It's cool. So just from understanding that macro play, you could have got a almost 90% short on snap. But hey. And then if you like Ninja and myself, especially Ninja, sometimes you know that there's something called a dead cat bounce. Now, what is a dead cat bounce? That basically means that if you throw a cat from a high enough building, it will bounce. So that's exactly what happened here. The dead cat bounced. It got thrown off the building, and the dead body bounced.
What was the percentage difference on that side on this
On
one
the dead cat bounce.
Mm-hmm.
On the dead cat
This is
bounce,
more.
just 118%.
Yeah, there you go.
In what was that? 183 days. Now, whilst the crypto market was doing nothing, guess what happened here? Could have made 183% here. Now, just to wrap up, I'm going to give the ultimate supreme alpha right now. And we are going to see what happens if and see what sectors go up when what sectors go down. So I'm just going to do this on a new tab. No, wait, yeah. I'm going to do it on your one, Ninja. I hope you don't mind. And because I'm a guy, an absolute gem like that for Ninja, I've even made you a separate list of all the ETFs that correlate to Indonesia. Because I'm a guy like that. So that's the Indonesian large cap, Indonesian industrials, Indonesian financials, Indonesian real estate, Indonesian large cap metals. So, yeah, anybody doing international business, these ETFs can absolutely make a game changer. But anyway, let's go to where we were going. So we were going to compare them all to each other and see what correlations and differences we could spot. So let's go XLK first. Let's get rid of the volume to make it a little bit more clearer. And we're on the monthly. We'll go 3 month to make it nice and clear. And then we will add XLE. Then we will add XLY. And then we will add XLP. And then we will add XLF. And then we will add XLRE. And then we will add, we'll add 2 more. Okay, XLI and XLC will add. XLI and XLC. Is that enough? We've got K, E, Y, F, C, I, R, E, U, we haven't got. V, we haven't got. U, V, B, P. Okay, let's add them all. XL. All of them? That must be all. Materials. So being as this is what we are looking for, We'll change this. We are looking for this. So when one goes up, that's what we're looking for. As we can see here, where it's going up, technology is going up, it appears it's going down. Oh, there we go. When energy is up, our RE is getting clotted because it's 22% down. So real estate goes if energy goes down, and we can see that a little bit. The better map view. See that the tech sector performed everything. What absolutely dropped off. So when the tech sector went down, anything, yep, energy went up. So what would you be looking for? If the tech sector starts pulling back, you'd be looking for energy plays. And what were those energy companies? We already told you them. Just go back in the episode and all your info is right there. So yeah, that is how you can make money in any situation globally. And that right there is the game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
There
on.
you go.
One sec. We can come on camera. One sec. The man them are gonna come on camera. The man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
Incredible.
Come on. Incredible.
Incredible. And that's the game.
That's the
That's the
game.
Yeah.
Remember to
That
buy,
is the game.
buy stocks. Remember to buy your stocks and then put that money in the crypto. You know what I mean? So,
Yo, this should be taught in school.
Financial.
not financial advice. Not financial advice.
Not financial
Yeah.
advice. This is what we
Right.
gave as financial advice.
Great.
But we can point you to a financial advice. Yes, we
Right.
can.
Let's get some questions because I'm sure there's some questions. I'm not going to tell you who taught me this, but it was kind of somebody that worked at JP Morgan. So, yeah, if you've ever heard my story before, that's where I got taught this. So, yeah. So, let's go to questions. I can't see participants. Where can't I see participants? Oh, there we go. So, let's go to anybody that's new first, like we always do. So, I believe Ola is new. Ola, you don't have to ask a question if you don't want to. You don't have to come on mic if you don't want to, but we would really appreciate it. Ola, how did you find today's episode of the game? Just type in chat if you don't want to talk. It's completely fine. Cool. We'll go to the next person.
I've got somebody.
Hiya.
Yo, I've got
Go on,
somebody.
then.
King Kari, this is your first episode of the game, is it not?
Yeah.
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 Hey,
How-
big.
How did you find it? You've been in the stock market since 2017, right?
Yeah, but I dropped off for like the last 2 years because I had a couple of things happening to me personally, but I'm trying to get back into it now. I really like what you were saying, like understanding the correlation between the stock market and how crypto is fluctuating. Also talking about the big institutions, so the game. Like anybody that knows about the big one, then they definitely know. So I really enjoyed the information you shared today, and it's an absolute gem. And I'm gonna take it on, and I'm gonna use that while I'm trading on the market, but also when I'm trying to move my money over.
Tell them what's happening on Wednesday the 21st.
Wednesday the 21st, metaphysical. Wait, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Metaphysical and Spotlight 0161. We're merging together. We're gonna be hosting a networking event.
Boom.
As these guys always do on the Hush Bar here in Manchester.
Yeah.
You live in Manny, pull up. It's gonna be free tickets. on whichever platform these gentlemen choose tonight. I don't know. I'm not pressing them.
Yeah, take his lunch in tonight.
Yeah. So yeah, come on through 21st Wednesday, 6 to 10. We'll be there.
And what question would you have for Mr. Harden?
I really have a question because
Huh?
I
I
understood
just
it pretty thoroughly, like because I have previous knowledge, so I understood him pretty well. Like,
boom.
Yeah.
I guess my question would be like, what really got you into like stocks and trading at first, and then how did it evolve
Seeing
into
that everyone around me was broke. Seeing that everyone around me was broke all the time, and that whenever they needed money, they couldn't get any money. They always had to like borrow, or like they were always like just always broke.
Thank you.
Like no matter someone was that was around me. I knew people that were making 20 grand a week. I knew footballers that were making like, broke. Like, and all that people knew was to take out a loan. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. There's got to be more money out there. There's got to be more people making more money than this. And then life was quite fortunate for me. And I put it out there to the universe that I wanted to learn. And then lucky enough to be taught by a billionaire. He gave me some books to read.
It's not that simple.
Well, yeah. I didn't say it's simple. I'd say I was lucky. I said I was lucky. I was very, very lucky.
You were not just lucky. You worked your ass.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay, so luck is just timing and hard work. That's what it is. Because the only reason I got lucky is and the only reason I got because we was in Malta and he was a multi-billionaire and he was sat there on his own and everyone else fucked off to the casino. And I was like, you guys go to the casino? I'm gonna go talk to the billionaire because there's probably more money that I can make from talking to this guy than go to the casino and spinning it on a roulette wheel. So yeah, so that's how and what happened. So yeah, like and then just learning, and the more that I learn in this space, the more I realize it's not just like you'd think that it's people, just ordinary people that don't know this information, but then you start realizing financial advisors don't know this information. And then you start realizing accountants don't know it. People that work in these companies don't know it. So I've met people that work in BlackRock or that work in Vanguard or that work at JP Morgan that don't know some of this stuff.
Parents, they own a multi-million-dollar company, but they don't know any of this. They don't know any of
There we
this.
go.
The marketing, like they run buses and do tours and do like big deals on that. But when it comes to like any market analysis and like I asked my mom where's she gonna put her money. She's just like I'm just making a lot of money, so like when they come out, she's not really trying to invest it into anything within her business. So
Yep. And this is what I think America's in a bit of a better position than the UK. The UK's stock market is in the position it's in
mm,
because the people invest. So if the people aren't investing, how are you expecting like economy to grow? Like, don't make no sense. So I'm gonna give a list of. I've actually got a Telegram chat for all the books that I've read. I'm gonna put it in the chat now. This chat is the maddest alpha that I'm about to put in here.
Wait,
It's a long list.
in a Telegram chat talking about books.
you're gonna get
Think about
you got a Amazon affiliate links. Yeah, set that up.
Nah, I should do, innit? I should.
Yeah, you make a
Yeah, I
killer.
can't lie. You need to.
Yeah.
I can't lie. You actually need to.
Yeah, and what do they take 20% commission?
Hold on, let me not book this great for
All right, cool. I'm gonna put it in the chat for this one. All right, and then if anybody wants to create me an Amazon affiliate link, then the money that gets made from that Amazon affiliate link, I will invest it for you.
Let's see what I can do.
Because it would technically be legally for the channel and for the YouTube, it's technically my money that you're giving back to me, so I'm not investing it for you. Um, so yeah, let me just okay, cool. So I'll put that in the and then let me just see who else was new because I think there was some other new people here today. But yeah, the books that were recommended in case that you don't get to go in the chat. So the first one that I'm going to recommend that everybody should read is actually Who Moved My Cheese. A kid's book. It's like 30 minutes long, but when you read it, it just makes you understand about life and about people.
Oh, where's my cheese,
It's
bro?
basically
Oh my days, I know about that book. Oh my days, yeah, that's like a life lesson type of book. That's like it teaches you how blood.
Yeah.
Talk on the blood. Perfect example. Is the answer in the fridge? Like, yeah, we went through it. Where's my cheese today? And that's all I have to say. That's all.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. Who Moved My Cheese is just boy. So it's
I'll tell you, man.
a matter.
Serious.
It's a serious book. So that one first. Then from there, you want to read. You want to read. No, actually, after that, you want to read Mastery. Mastery by Robert Greene.
Mastery by Robert Greene. Okay.
Oh, interesting. He's 48 years ago.
Oh, guys, Mr. Harding has just dropped the Telegram link.
Then from there, you want to read. I would say from there, One Up on Wall Street. One Up on Wall Street just teaches you how to find the absolute bangers and how to find and how to look at markets. Then from there, I would go to Money Master the Game because Money Master the Game is a little bit long and boring.
Yeah, Cairo.
So yeah, that's.
I bought Cairo that book.
Yeah, that book's it's an amazing book, but I think it's too big and too difficult for beginners. Whereas One Up on Wall Street is just basically him talking about going shopping with his wife and like asking his wife what does she like and why she likes it, and asking people in the store, is it in stock, is it out of stock? Like that's actual market research. So you add that to a little bit of PA and you know like what's gonna happen with the company.
You know what's about your Telegram, mate?
Go on.
Only for discrepancy, guys, Mr. Harding is medically dyslexic. I said medically, right? So this man has read a whole bunch of books, but he's really bad at spelling still, which is fine because he makes up with it for it in every other aspect of human endeavor. But only Mr. Harding would create a Telegram group called Books I've Read, and then spell I've as IVE in lowercase and not capital I apostrophe VE. And it's just like, damn, this is the absolute definition of a dyslexic bookworm.
Hey, dyslexic gang, man. We think specially, man.
Dyslexic gang.
Come on, man. Brain just
Come
work.
on.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Come on.
We're just gonna work it out.
There's a few of us. There's a few of us out here. So next I'm gonna go to Real Trade. Real Trade, you've been unmuted. If you've got a question, fire it at us. Or if there's anything that you really liked in today's show.
I mean, yeah, I found this, it's really interesting. What you was talking about. I got one thing about, when you was talking about the two company, which was Riot and Marathon. Are they
Yeah.
both like mining companies or like, because I do have two of them. So do you think I should just, on my investment account?
So Riot and Marathon are two blockchain mining companies. So when it comes to doing TA on the individual stocks, I normally do them in our dojo calls. So
Okay.
they're for like paid members. We have a service whereby 3 times a week I do a half an hour to 1 hour call. You can ask me to look at any stock. You can ask me to look in depth at anything in detail in individual stocks that I'm not covering here. However, I'm going to be doing a free trial for it today. after this call. So if you want me to do it, if you want me to analyze your stock there, then I'm happy to do that in that call. Because then it's not
yeah, appreciate it.
happy to do that. I'll send you the link and then invite you to it. If you type your email in the chat, then I'll add your email to the call.
All right, appreciate it.
Perfect. And then question on that. Yeah, actually, I've got a question for Ola and also yourself. How did you find out? How did you find out about today's call? Where did you find it? Oh, from Stock Pickers Academy. Okay, big. And Real Trade, how did you find out about the call today?
From Blockchain Sensei, of course.
Okay, big.
Yeah.
Find it on the Instagram, on the YouTube.
No, on the event that we went to for the crypto event.
Oh, the Black Tech Day one.
Yeah.
Oh, big love.
Yeah.
Big Dexter. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 more new people. I'm just going to take questions from them. So we've got the Vein. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, the way.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, thanks.
Good.
So I don't really have any specific questions, but
Okay.
I will say that I did like the kind of analogy that I kind of picked up off when you were saying that if like technology stops kind of go in the wrong direction, but you can go towards energy, and I think that makes you think about like the actual practical implications of that and why that is. I think it's actually really interesting.
Good. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. How did you find out about today's episode, today's webinar? Where did you see it?
From Black Tech Day.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's how I originally found out about Blockchain Sensei, but I found out about this episode in Telegram. So
okay, nice. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do more of these Black Tech Day, Blockchain Sensei collab events.
Yeah, Miss Harding, I don't think you recognize Devane is our latest dojo subscriber.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, and you know what? Let me take this as a public opportunity for you two to book in a call with each other, because Devane is very interested in the development of business side of Web3. Actually, even more interested than the investing and trading side. If you don't mind me speaking on your behalf.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, cool. Easy way to book in a call with me is on our website. In fact, let me just show everybody this. I don't think a lot of people know this. Again, this is one of them things that I presume people know, but they don't. I believe this link works.
Free consultation one.
You go onto our website, blockchainsensei.com, and in the top right corner it says free consultation. You press that, and it should take you to my calendar link. Yeah, it does. There you go, and then you can just book in. I might have to move you around from when you booked in originally, but it's there. That's how you do it. So yeah, if you do that for us, Devane, then I'll be able to book you in.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Perfect. No worries. And then last but not least, we have, who else is new? Addy L.L.
No, I'm not new as well. I joined with Real Trader as well from the events as well.
Okay, nice. Oh, so is this like your second or third webinar?
Nah, this is like I think it was like third, fourth week in a row.
Oh, okay. Wow, well done. 3 times in a row. Well done. You.
When I'm out, so
Oh wow. Okay, serious. Big love for that. That's obviously, I'm guessing, taking value. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, do you have a question?
Nah, but today's I liked how you showed the top holders. That was really interesting. Like the fact that you can really just find a lot of these informations online if you really show where to look. Maybe if you really know where to look.
Yeah. Like
The top holders.
One thing that you will learn in this game is the big institutions kind of feel guilty about how much money they're making and what they're doing. What they do is they actually do put the information out there. Like the information is out there. They are literally telling you what they're doing, but you just gotta know where to look.
They don't always feel guilty. They just have to do it.
Nah, I reckon part of it's guilt. I reckon part of it is like, oh man.
They do. A lot of them give out more than they need to.
Yeah, if you know where to look, that they're giving out more than they need to.
Yeah, I guess it.
So I think that's the hardest bit, is figuring out where you need to look to get this crazily obvious information from them.
But don't you think it's like a marketing thing as well, when they're like, "Oh, we've done this transparency thing"?
Yeah, they say that they're transparent, but they put it in really hard, difficult places to find. So
yeah, but if you really need it, then you look for it.
There's been transparent and putting it all over TikTok and all over YouTube and all over like BBC News and everywhere. And then there's being transparent and putting it in a hidden website that's covered in ads that you have to have a password for.
Yeah.
It's not really like it's not that transparent, is it? So yeah. But yeah, Josh's comment. Well, I'm not eating meat now, so you wouldn't using the jerk chicken, you won't catch me. I'm off the meters until maybe my birthday. Maybe. We'll see. So yeah. I do it every season.
Not vegan, vegetarian.
I do it every season. I stop eating meat. I eat meat from the moment I'm going Poland to Christmas. I've got to eat meat because I can't go Poland and not eat meat. Like it's just wild to do that. And then obviously I've got to have meat when it comes to Christmas because the food is just a mazza. Like it's just a mazza. And then
all you get in Poland is good meat, man.
Oh, it's different. Like people just don't understand. Like unless you've been to Poland and eaten food in Poland, you just don't understand that the meat is just different. It's just
the meat quality is just all organic, just bare farms, like round the corner, butchers left, right, and center.
It's just real. It's not like, yeah, it's just real. That's and so that's why when I'm there, I eat meat, and then when I come back to England and I start trying to eat the meat, it's not even that I want to do it by force. Like it's just lacking here, bro. It's just not it. So it just puts me off, and I'm like, nah, I'm just not eating it.
Very
So,
fast.
yeah, that's me.
From Australia, the meat's better here.
Is it better there as well?
Oh, so good, man. There's farms everywhere, man. All they do is just build and farm.
Oh, I don't even know.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. They have got a lot of land.
Yeah, flat.
Just a little bit. A bit of spare space. Yeah,
Biggest land mass in the world.
Yeah, I guess they're all right. So I'm gonna go final question, and it's whoever types it in chat, I'll answer it. So if you got a final question, anyone that I haven't answered, I will sell custody. Okay.
I'm just going to ask it. I'm going to go straight off.
Go on.
Yeah. So with recent, like, I mean, I've got bad questions, but this one's been itching my nose recently. You know. So with issues like coming up with like World War III and what you know what, just exchange issues in general. So I've been looking at self-custody options for tokens, and I've been wondering, like, in your view, what's the safest method for any person to self-custody long term? Like if you compare hardware wallets, software wallets, multi-sigs, and in terms of security and resilience, right? You put that in on top of the exchanges that we're currently realistically dependable on. Let's say Coinbase goes down, Binance goes down. What do you do with your tokens? Where do you keep them? How do you onboard? How do you offboard? What's your like safest go-to platform where you keep your stuff?
So my strategy is, I think the saying is "poco e nos los dos," I think, which I can't remember how you say it, but it basically means all of them. So my strategy is just like how you diversify your investments, you need to diversify where you're placing it. And after a conversation we had with one of the best like developers and CTOs in the world, we just kind of found, like, once you really understand blockchain technology, you realize that it's just code and getting access to the code. So wallets aren't actually wallets, they're just code. They're just like code giving permission to other code. That's all they're doing. So MetaMask is
Wallets are portals. They're not wallets,
Yeah.
they're portals.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they are. So they're all, no wallets are really that
It was the
safe.
Jay Johnson of that. Yeah, it's the Jay Johnson wanted the credit.
So the best way to think of it is to, you just gotta, if a wallet is a portal, you want to have as many entrances into that portal for yourself as possible so you can move it from one portal to another. That's what I'd say. But again, if it's a portal, then it's always vulnerable. So it's a bit of a weird paradox. So it's sad to say, but you can't actually ever be 100% safe in blockchain, and you definitely can't, because all it takes is someone to have a 51%, an institution to have 51% control of a chain, and then just reverse all the transactions and make it all go to them.
What?
that's
it.
sorry to be such a doomsday guy, but it's the truth, isn't it? It's just what it is. So yeah, just be. But that's again why I always say to people, don't just be in crypto. You have to be in stocks as well, because the one thing that even in world wars is still there is the stock market.
And
Yep.
It's likely to crash down, but there's definitely some stocks that are doing okay.
Oh yeah.
Like I can pretty much guarantee you, in a world war, Unilever will probably do okay.
Yeah,
because
do you ever, Mr. Harden, how frequent, or sorry, just on the topic of crypto, you just had a suggestion with one of the gang, and they said, you know that's why you have to be very, very careful on who you store your keys with, right? Like one way, like think about this for generational wealth. Imagine giving your son half the private keys and your daughter the other half of the private keys.
Nah, that's dangerous.
Oh, is it? Do you reckon?
I'd say that's dangerous, because if something happens to one of them, then that's it.
Oh,
But
damn.
also, family feuds are too ripe and too often, man.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters love to scrap over like land and assets and whatnot.
Yeah, I personally.
I'm asking because me and Jay got the private call 10 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah, we're bouncing anyway. I've got to go into this private call for all the stock stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Seppi, Josh, and I can't remember your name. I added you to the email. Emmanuel, I'll see you in the call. I'm jumping over now. See you in a bit, everybody. Episode and enjoy the house. God bless.
Bye.